Welcome back to Guidance of Khi. This is Kai, your healer coach and theory. Let's hop into some messages for the Cancers. Okay, y'all. So, first, I want to tell y'all that if anybody that was on my TikTok live the other day, thank you. And this, not just only just them, but like everybody, like, y'all really been running it up. So I really do appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, okay? And most of all, receive and accept the messages that's for you. If it resonates for you, take it. If it ain't for you, let it go. Okay, now, since I've been like trying to get ready, it's like something with like the desk. Granted, I shifted it over. It's like something about like I keep on trying to move, like I don't know, something just don't feel like right with my desk or whatever. Like nothing's wrong with the desk, it's like something is like an inch off. It's like it's giving perfectionist. Okay, so I don't know for who this is or what's going on. Okay, and it's gonna be for sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Okay, so let's give me messages for the Cancer. 1:18 on the clock. Okay, Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, somebody could definitely be like a perfectionist. Somebody is moving too fast. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I feel like that. You could have been like being very, very like. It's so funny because it's kind of like resonate with me a little bit. It's kind of like you could be being like very, very clumsy. Okay, you could be somebody that like you like to be. You could have like OCD. Okay, take how it resonate, or you just like stuff done a certain type of way. You could have like certain like I don't get that you're super controlling, but you like things a specific type of way. Like you might like to fold your laundry a certain type of way. Okay, you just like everything pristine. Okay, you're a perfectionist. And I feel like that you could be also a planner. Okay, so you're very organized and you feel like that when stuff doesn't go like it's not about them not going your way, but it's something about like when like how can I describe it? It's kind of like when something deters or when there's a change, when there's a shift, you be like, no, this is not what was supposed to be happening. It's like you could probably freak out like when like stuff changes and you be like, I did everything I was supposed to do so that this doesn't happen and something can still happen. I feel like you've been learning like how to, probably like go with the flow more or being able to learning how to swim with the how do you say it? Current. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like you're learning that like when it's a whole bunch of like waves, you're learning to swim with the current is what I'm trying to say. Okay, you're learning that like sometimes it's just out of your control. Okay, when it's out of the control, just be like, look, it is what it is. Okay, it was obviously meant to happen like that. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I don't know what it is, but it's like all these cards is coming out in reverse, but I'm finna tell y'all what I'm getting. So I got the Strength card in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like, okay, it's something about like when you plan things and when it goes left or when there's like some type of problem and you could be somebody, you could be like a fixer, you like to like like solve problems, you like complex things, okay? So you like to build you like to find some type of solution. But it's something about like when something doesn't happen, it affects with your like personal confidence. Okay, and especially if it cause you like to not have like some type of clarity. Okay, and that also can happen when it comes to like family dynamics. Okay, so you could want to control everything. You could be somebody, and this doesn't apply for everybody. Take it just how it resonates. This part right here doesn't go to everybody, but you could also be a parent where it's like you want to control like the destination for your kids. Okay, you want to protect your kids from everything, but you just can't protect your kids from everything. Like, as your parent, your job is to give them the tools to how to survive in the society. Okay, if sometimes they don't listen to what you're gonna say, sometimes they just not gonna listen to your ass. Excuse my French, they just not. And you got to realize, like, once you gave them the tools on how to survive into society, it's up to them to allow their own morals, their own values, their own moral code, have to figure out and learn how to navigate, because you're not going to be there to help them and to save them from everything that happens in the real world. Okay, you can do everything that you want in the world to protect them, but something can still, cause something to happen, or I would say, like, add some type of like dirt onto them, or like their soul. You know what I'm trying to say? And when I say that, as in you could be a good mom, and you could be a good dad, but when you go outside of the doors of your house, they're just subject to like peer pressure, or like drinking, smoking. Okay, they might want to be more of a creative. Like, it's just certain things where you can only stop certain things, as a parent. You need me? Sorry, y'all, my sister came in the room. I hope y'all get what I'm trying to say. And don't take nothing personal. I'm not taking no shots at nobody as a parent. It's just that you got to realize that as a parent, like, you can't, like, you can't say, it's only so much that you can do, and that's not what your role is. And at the end of the day, when you have kids, those are your kids, but those ain't your kids. Those God kids. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's literally like, even and I know this may be a little bit debatable, take a high reason, you could argue with your mama, not me, okay? But when you have kids, it's like, in our world, we like, okay, these are our kids, but these ain't your kids. These is God kids, okay? God has just, he has basically, he's basically gave you, the person, guardianship over that child while they're here in this world, okay? But at the end of the day, who's gonna trump you? Him. I hope you get what I'm putting down. 2:27 on the clock. Okay, somebody could be on the Cancer Leo cusp. Take a how it resonate. Clarify this Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Seven of Swords. Okay. The Knight of Swords with the Seven of Swords. With the King of Wands. It's something about like lying to yourself, or like, I feel like it's also, and I don't know if this goes for everybody. This might apply to a small portion, but it's something about like putting like your dreams and your wants on the side, where it's kind of like, how like sometimes when you had kids, like, where you think that like your whole life's supposed to just stop, and that's actually not like what you're supposed to do. Okay, if that is something that you did do, I'm not taking any shots. I'm just letting you know what I'm being told. Okay. um when we decide to have kids, you're here to teach your kids certain lessons, and also all together y'all are still, in a sense, still connected to each other, and like a spiritual family, okay, outside of physical. Okay. So you may have certain, like, generational curse you have to break. But anyways, this doesn't apply to everybody, but like, most people only purpose is not only to have kids. So you can have kids and you can still have a business, you can still have dreams, you can still have your own different generational curses that you're supposed to break. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like some of you guys could have been like, lying to yourself about like not doing some type of creative work, or starting some type of business. Okay, really like waking up into like y'all power. Okay, you could be somebody where you make your whole entire life only around your kids. But the truth is that you have to realize that if you're not happy, if you're not good, how are you supposed to be able to take care of your kids? Okay, you're supposed to also to chase your dreams. This is your sign to tell you that if you have kids, male or female, okay, I don't care if you're a single dad, a single mom, if you married, I don't care. That's not my business. But what I am saying is that if you're someone who have put your own dreams to halt, this is your time where you're supposed to start putting in the seeds and start really working on the purpose that you're supposed to be doing. Okay, your life purpose is not only to be a parent. Okay, and I feel like for some of you guys, it's not really given that it's like kids that's like toddlers. Okay, that's not given that you have kids that's like super young. These are like kids that's a little bit like older. Okay, tell me more with this Knight of Swords. Oh, yeah, look, the Hangman came up. Okay, you've been thinking about it, but you may feel like you'll be abandoning them. You're not abandoning them. Okay, you did your part. You did your part. Okay, and I'm not saying don't be there for your kids. Of course, everybody's going to be there for their kids. What I'm saying is don't sacrifice your own happiness for your kids. That chapter is done. Okay, you put your own health to the back burner, your own banner, the back burner. um, I'm just giving that like you've had a lot of struggles with like, money and being stable and your own confidence and causing some type of confusion because you sacrificed yourself. I feel like, yeah, and it wasn't a lot of like teamwork going on. I just feel like it's just time for you to find time for yourself. Okay, if you're a parent, this is what that is. Strength in reverse. Yeah, Sun. Okay, like I said, yeah. Okay, you can also, yeah. Okay, some of you guys 4-1. Some of you guys, it's time for you to if you're somebody that don't have kids, you're someone that you've been allowing like certain like trauma or like things that your parents in the past has said to you, and it caused you to have lack of like confidence, and it stopped you to like not really chase your dreams. Okay, even when it comes to like relationships, they probably say that you'll never be married or somebody's going to cheat on you, and it's just really a bunch of bullshit, honestly, excuse my French. But I really feel like that um I just feel like that it's time for you to start to believe in yourself. Okay, you're beautiful, you're handsome, and you deserve to be happy. Okay, somebody did, also, and that could just be like a generational things or people that try to like talk down to you, and just think that you won't really necessarily, it could be something where somebody told that you won't be able to have kids. If you think that that's what you're worried about, trust me, it's gonna happen because I keep seeing like babies. One more for the strength card. Temperance in reverse. Temperance in reverse. With the sun and the strength. I feel like that's what's causing issue with the balance. Your confidence. And you could be someone that also that have like lost faith in like even having kids. Okay, again, some of this will go for certain people, some it won't. Okay, just take how it resonates. But I just feel like that's the only thing that's really like making issues with that. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, Ace of Wands in reverse. You just haven't made no action. Okay, yeah, with the Page of Cups. Okay, something could have happened, and this is for people for like if you did have kids, it's just something that like you don't want to let go of like your you don't want to let go of control when with the kids. Like I mean, I don't know how else to say that except for you gotta let your kids. Sometimes they gotta learn the hard way. Sometimes you did what you can do, but you can't protect them. They just got to heal from certain things. Okay, tell me more with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Wands. You just haven't made any action. You talk a lot, but then you don't make any like changes to it. Okay, but that will be changing because we got the 8 of Cups with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, a new idea, a new. I feel some of you guys could be starting over. Okay, something is about like being very, very something do have maybe to do with kids or just starting over. Okay, you could be starting like you could have lost everything and now you're starting completely over. Okay, we got the Four of Pentacles. Clarify this Ace of Swords. Anything for this Ace of Swords? Oh, yeah. Devil in reverse. I feel like it could be a situation where you still think that you have like toxic habits or that you may still think that the devil is still like gonna like something about like psych you out of certain things. But that's done. You be kicked the devil's ass. I can say that right now. Okay, so there's literally nothing that's holding you back right now. Last one, Holy Spirit. Yeah, so you may not feel independent right now, but that'll change. There's some type of communication, a major change that will be happening from like, an equal give and take. Okay. You may be somebody that's accustomed to just being so independent, but that will be changing. Okay. There will either be some like whether it's a relationship, a person, some type of community is going to try to communicate to you and have a major change that's going to help you to shift your entire life for you to be able to become more balanced. Okay. I hope y'all get what I'm getting. Hope y'all get what I'm putting down, but I love y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.